Hi everyone, are you ready to talk about bandhas? I can't wait to teach you a kriya today, but before I do, I felt it important to cover the bandhas. What the bandhas are energetic locks or seals. Sometimes they're referred to as body locks, and what they do is, because Kundalini Yoga practice is about unlocking that energy coiled at the base of the spine, so down in your lower chakras, and you're trying to uncoil that energy up the Shishmana, up that highway, running up your spine. And what you want to do is you just want to open up that flow and help control that energy and draw it to the areas that you're trying to work on in a particular practice. So let's get started. A little bit more about bandhas. We talked about that they direct the energy, the prana. They are cleansing, restorative. They help you to control that energy. They help with the alignment of the spine, and they really are just subtle contractions. So we're not really straining. This is not a huge, make a squinched face type of thing. That's not what we're doing. They're just gentle little locks that we're doing, just gentle lifts. So first we're going to talk about Jalandhar Bandh, because that is the one that you'll see most often in Kundalini Yoga. And Jalandhar Bandh is just a neck lock. It's really simple. What you're doing here is you're really just straightening your spine, and that's it happening at the top of your spine. We're so used to, I'm always hunched over on my computer, I'm always like this looking at my phone. We're not trying to do this, we're not trying to do this, we're just trying to open up that channel at the back of the neck. So I'll give you a quick demonstration, because this is the most generally applied. Typically when you're doing any chanting or pranayam or meditation in Kundalini, you're going to be applying Jalandhar Bandh unless otherwise stated, or unless there's motion of the head or neck. So all that this is going to be is, you're not going like this, not exaggerating anything, you're just simply lifting the chest. So it's kind of improving your posture there. You're lifting the chest, you're lengthening, just lengthen this back of the neck, and it pulls your chin in just a bit, gives you a little bit of a double chin, but relax your face and your neck and your throat. So all you're doing, this would be the normal posture, and then you're just lifting, lengthening, giving a little bit of a double chin. This is just opening up this channel. And of course, I'm sure we all can improve our posture and can do better and have an even better channel going forward, but we are where we are right now in our practice, and things will come in time. So next we are going to talk about, and also that is good for the glandular system and for calming the heart and quieting the mind. Could all use that, couldn't we? Next we'll talk about the Mula Button, which this is a fun one. This is the root lock. And the way you're going to do this one is you're literally going to contract the rectum, contract the sex organ. So imagine if you're female, you're stopping peeing or lifting the pelvic floor, and then tighten the navel point. So what that does, that just creates a little lift of everything. So as your practice continues, what you can do is you don't have to do all three of these parts to really get that seal. As your practice continues, you might be able to just do a really light just lift and contraction, and everything will be engaged. But as we're getting started, especially, you want to do all three to make sure no energy is seeping out of there. So you're going to contract your rectum, lift your pelvic floor, and pull in on the navel point. These areas are all to do with our lower chakras, and the lower chakras is where we come from, our place of power, and things like addictions can come from this area, and creativity, sexuality. So there's a lot that has to do with these lower chakras. So when you're doing work with the lower chakras, you're probably at the end of the practice going to be using something like Mula Button to seal off that energy, to keep things level. And when you're engaging these 3 points, what happens is that you're blending the prana and the apana and creating an open channel for that Shishmana energy to be running up the spine, because the whole goal is not just to come from a place of any specific chakras, but to come from a place of all of them and get that energy flowing and going. So Next, we'll talk about Uddiyana Bandh. This one is pretty fun to look at, but you won't see it that often in Kundalini. What this is a diaphragm lock, and it's done on the exhale. What it is I'll kind of tighten my shirt for you a little bit here so you can see. What you're going to do is you're going to exhale, and then you're going to lift the diaphragm and pull back a little bit to the spine. So your diaphragm is this amazing fleshy organ that as you inhale, it kind of comes out below the diaphragm and expands. And then as you exhale, it contracts and lifts up. So think of a balloon like inflating and deflating. So you're going to think about that exhale, and when it's pulling up and exaggerating that motion, and when you're really in that position, you're going to see a little bit of a hollowing of right here. So the way to do that one, I'll just demonstrate it for you. I'm going to exhale and then just demonstrate quickly. Then you're going to inhale and then release. So you can see this area hollows out and this area as well. So we'll do a quick exercise to engage all three of those. What we're going to do is on the first inhale, we're going to then exhale and then engage the Mula Button. Then we'll do another inhale, exhale. We'll engage Mula Button and Uddiyana Bandh. And then we'll do an inhale, exhale, and engage all three, including the Jalandhar Bandh. So let's get started. You want to probably come sitting on your heels so you can feel this, and maybe if you have a mirror to kind of see your spine alignment in there. It's kind of impressive what's happening with your body here. These subtle little changes are really opening things up because we're so clenched and tight. We want to just open up those channels. All right, so inhale, exhale. Squeeze the rectum, lift the pelvic floor, pull in the navel point, and inhale and release. All right, when you're ready, take a deep inhale, exhale, squeeze the rectum, sex organs, navel point, pull up in the diaphragm, pull back against the spine a bit. And inhale and exhale. And then on the final one, we're going to do them all together. Inhale, exhale, tighten the rectum, sex organs, navel point, lift the chest, pull out the chest, pull back the neck just a bit, chin in, and hold that breath, and exhale, inhale, and then release. All right, now we've covered the bandhas. We get to do some kriyas. Sat Nam.